Hi, my name is Sydney, and today my current event is about Crimea and the conflict of ownership between Russia and the Ukraine. Let's get into it. As you can see, there is a map behind me of the Ukraine, Russia, and Crimea. Crimea is a peninsula connected by land to the Ukraine. It is surrounded by the Black Sea and the sea as well. It is not connected to Russia, but it is only separated by a small body of water called the Strait of Kerch. The entire conflict between Russia and Ukraine is over the small peninsula of Crimea. First, some history on Ukraine, Russia, and Crimea. Russia and Crimea and Ukraine all used to be a part of the Russian Federation, which was a part of the Soviet Union in World War II. After World War II and the Soviet Union crumbling, the Ukraine wanted independence from the Russian Federation. Ukraine asked for independence, and at that point, Crimea was a part of the Ukraine. After that, all the Russians asked for in return for Crimea was the ability to occupy the Black Sea Fleet. This was done in the Treaty of Friendship and Cooperation. After many years of independence from Russia, Ukraine and Crimea have since been in conflict, and the Crimeans were very unhappy with the government and how they were treating the people. So they voted towards getting away from the Ukrainian government and going towards Russian government. This then caused the Ukrainian government to be pushed out and the Russian government to take and annex the local government. The Russians since then have caused many violations told by the UN and many things violating the UN right. One of the key violations that the Russians have enforced is the forcing of the citizenship upon all of the Crimeans. No matter what your race, gender, or nationality is, they are forced to become not accept the Russian citizenship. They may lose their job, right to vote, their property. Russia's major crimes include the deployment and use of Russian soldiers on Crimean property without any reason for them to be deployed, the movement and deployment of prisoners into Crimea, and the forcing of all citizens to become Russian without a use or a priority with them in our choice. This violates the UN's human rights contract, which Russia has been a part of since they created it beginning after World War II. Like I said before, the UN has tried to stop the Russians with sanctions pushed by most every major developed country. But the only thing that stops them is they have not had enough major violation or proof to push anything more than just sanctions or Russia or more power pushed into them. I've also commissioned 2 major building projects, including the Crimeans and how they will be protected by the Russians. The Russians want to build a 50-kilometer wall that'll cost $220.88 million. The other major building project commissioned by Russia is connecting Crimea and Russia together over the Strait of Kerch. The Ukrainians have been trying to stop the building of the major bridge between Russia and the Crimeans by saying it will cause environmental damage to the Strait of Kerch, and it will also stop the flow from the Ukraine to the Black Sea. Though the Ukrainians know that the Russians are trying to get this commissioned as fast as possible and will not let anything stop them, and will keep this very environmentally friendly, they don't want this bridge. The Ukrainians don't want this bridge to be built because it will get a fast connection, not over boat, from Russia to Crimea. The bridge will cause a lot of Russian influence to spread to Crimea and most likely over to the Ukraine.